Alright, Chrysler 300 dash light mod update. Just want to show you guys, so if you do it, you won't have to go through all the trouble that I did. Which wasn't a whole lot, but finding the wires and all that. So I have a power box. Obviously I use that for my 12-volt source. This is your normal heater control. So when you take this off, there's, I already went through how you pop it. Just put a screwdriver in, a little bit of pressure, and pop it each one at a time, and eventually the top come off. Normally you have these are your normal little rubber capped condom things. Each one of these has a lead, so you got a lead on this side right there, and then you'll have one on this side. Each one has that. So I've already went through the process. Here's the modified one. See, I got two. Let's get to the modified one. Let me save you some time on the back. Okay, here's the back of it. So your plugs. If you're looking at the big plug, this is your power source. So let's make it simple. If you have it facing this way, you have two big pins and one big pin on this side. So starting with from the two big pins, third one over, that's your negative. So there's your ground source, and then from this side, 5 over, counting this one, 1 2 3 4 5 over, that's your positive. So there's your positive and there's your negative. Okay, these are slid over the pins, so they're both small pins, not the big pins. So I'll pause it here for a second so you can get it right. Is the third one here, that's your negative, and then your other one, that's your positive. So negative, positive. So you could put a 12-volt source to it. That's all you need. That's for the lights. So now let's get to this. I hot glued them because they have to sit in these little domes, and that reflects through. That's how it lights up your gauges. There's little cups. So I have them hot glued in specific spots where the original bulbs were, so they still sit in those cups. Now the tricky one, this is why I'm redoing this video, is you got this side here, that's your negative, your bottom one. That's your positive top one. Okay, this next one, right here. So you have 4 lights total. So the next one, the bottom is your negative, and the top one's your positive. They'll be right next to each other. There won't be any other traces. Kind of like that one there. You'll see there's 2 spots where you desoldered the original. Now the tricky part is you got the bottom one is negative, top one's positive. I did the same thing over here, but I noticed my dash cluster wasn't lighting up all the way. So when I bench tested, found the positive and negative and turned on the lights, this one wasn't working. Took my meter on it and noticed it's backwards. So the bottom is positive, top is negative. This one's the same way. The bottom, which is weird, all the other 3, the bottom is negative, top is positive. Kind of like this: bottom negative, top positive, bottom negative, top positive, bottom negative, top positive. This is the only one that's backwards. That was Chrysler's trick to make me pull this all back apart again and do it. So now I have it hooked back up. Let me hook up my wires here. Let's give you a little update. Demo. I'm glad I pulled out the original. I got this other one finished, but what I noticed was this one has 5. There's one right here. What got my attention was when I was putting this back on. This is what goes over those and reflects it. I noticed there was a little piece right here. I'm like, there wasn't one on here. I never took it off. It wasn't there. the terminals were there, but there was never one of those factory bulbs there. You see they get hot. See the discoloration. So I had to take it back apart again, test it, so you guys know the pin. You'll see there'll be 2 leads. Very easy to see where this goes. You'll see there's a lead on the right, lead on the left. There's really nothing else around it. So the positive red's on the right, negative's on the left. So it's finally done. Not only did I fix this one, that's oddball, because normally all the positives are on the right, even this new one that I didn't have. This one that wasn't working was actually the opposite, which was kind of odd, but it is what it is. It's all working now. So I'm going to put it all back together now, which is the fun part. Yeah, buddy. So this thing just kind of goes over like that. And the bulbs originally just sat in the domes. So as you can see right here, my LEDs is sitting in that dome. The new one, it's right there, sitting in the dome, and that goes through and reflects all through. So let me finish putting this back together. Real quick, let me add this in the video. Pulling these knobs off can be complicated. You can break them if you don't know, but if you look real close, there's a little opening there, and it's actually a lip that goes all the way around where this opening is. On your knobs, you see a little white tab there? That slides underneath this lip. So you have to turn them all the way to the left pretty much. I would turn them and kind of pull soft at the same time. Don't pull too hard to know that you're lined, that your tab's not over here. You got to turn this to where your tab is lined up with this to get it out. So a little FYI, if you're pulling your knobs out or replacing them, see, I just slid in nice. And see right now, you cannot pull it out. You have to, I do a light pull as I turn to get it off. It doesn't take much. These are not on hard or really strong or anything. So I just want to add that. It's all together, done, going back in the car, and we'll test it. It's a moment of truth. Wish these dang lights would go off. Yes, sir. They're all lit up completely this time. Look at that. It's actually a red. Let's see if I can. There it goes. Now you all can see it. It's weird how it looks more of a pink in the cam. But it's fully lit now all the way around. So there was a combination of 2 issues. One, it missing one in the middle, which you can't really see. They're low to begin with. The middle selection, they're all lit, but definitely looks good. So that's the completed second part of getting the dash, which is all done now. Now all I gotta work on is that color is what all that used to be. So I'll be switching that out here soon to match that. That's the next priority. And then probably those down there. So those don't really bother me, so I might just leave them. We'll see later on when I'm bored. So I do have the red interior lights, but we'll see. I ain't gonna go too crazy because all these right here, over there, so I don't know. We may just go with that and the gauges, and we'll call it a day. These are more of a green on the steering wheel, so is those over there. I don't know. Not as bright as those for sure. Those are kind of blinding. And by the time I turn these down, Yeah, it's just not really, it's just useless. So we'll fix that. For now though, that's all complete, done, looking good, moving on.